of patience, Brian. Come on, right. We met a guy on the way who had a horse, and we thought he was doing that thing in Asda when you've got a shopping trolley and you're taking it back and somebody else needs a trolley and you say, "Do you want this one?" So we thought the guy was saying,
"I don't need to go all the way to the actual stable. I'm from the stable, so just hire this horse."
That's what the guy said?
Yeah.
So we thought, all right, there was a bit of a communication breakdown. There was a Bulgarian guy trying to speak English and two Scottish guys trying to speak English. So we thought the guy had gave us the horse to ride and come back in 25 minutes.
Were you not surprised that... I mean, I've never been on holiday to Bulgaria, but I imagine that things would be a bit cheaper in Bulgaria than in Britain. Were you not surprised that it cost you the equivalent of £90 to hire a horse for 25 minutes?
Well, it was 25 minutes each, so it was two of us. Yeah. Right. So we chipped in for a horse. For 25 minutes each.
But still, even if you thought you were going to get 25 minutes each, that's a lot, isn't it?
Oh, it's an hour. You need to give the horse a break, as I said.
Let's forget about the 25 minutes.
Just forget about the horse.
Forget about the horse.
That's absolutely, obviously bullshit. You take the horse back. Guy B, who's the guy you met on the way to the stables...
He's gone.
He's gone. No sign of him.
No, he's gone.
So you say to Guy A, well, we hired this as part of your not bothering to actually go to the stables but getting it a few hundred yards away scheme. We hired this horse for 25 minutes at an extortionate rate. Nevertheless, here it is. And what did he say?
We went back to the place where we picked up the horse.
Oh, so not to the stable?
No.
But to the random point in the road? 100 yards from the stable. So you, bewilderedly, where has the mysterious man gone? I would have thought that logically, when you were returning, having thought that it had come from the stable, but you'd been lucky not to have to walk to the stable before hiring it, you might nevertheless have thought, well, the stable's where it's got to go back to, rather than, well, Sodom, this is where we picked it up from, I'm not actually taking the stable. I'm going to stand here, 300 yards away from the stable, go, come over here! Come and get your own horse! At which point locals start waving, going, no! You keep!
Kevin, look at me. You're taking the horse back. Look at me! What happened next?
Come on, Kevin. Come on! Right. So where are we taking off from?
You're taking the horse back.
Let's go back to the start.
Kevin Bridges, for the love of God, please tell us what happened.
Right. We bought a horse. We thought we'd rented the horse. We'd done the horse riding, took it back to the initial place we picked up the horse.
Yes.
Locals explained we'd went to a counterfeit horse guy. It wasn't the official horse riding stable.
This was a counterfeit horse. This wasn't a genuine horse. This was maybe two guys in a costume.
That would explain the 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't only do 25 minutes.
The giveaway was after 25 minutes, I won't win. Right, let's crack on, lads.
So, David's team. What do you think? Truth or lie?
I mean, the trouble with this game is it plays tricks with your mind. But I don't think it's true. You don't really.
It's got to be, hasn't
it? It's got to be a lie.
Got to be a lie.
Yeah.
Saying it's a lie. Right, so here we go. This really is.
Here's the moment.
This is more than any other episode I've done of this show. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Kevin Bridges, is it true or is it a lie?
It's true.
Unbelievable. Right, our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim that it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please, give a warm welcome to this week's special guest, Drac. Welcome, Drac. So, Kevin, what is Drac to you?
This is Drac. He's my dad's friend. He took me out for a driving lesson and I reversed through a chip shop window.
Brian, please explain how you know Drac.
Well, this is Drac, the roadie that left me gaffer taped to a lighting rig for over an hour.
Right. And finally, Lee, what's your connection?
This is Drac. And I presented him with first prize at the National Pie Awards 2009.
So, David's team, begin your investigation.
Lee, where were the National Pie Awards held?
Birmingham.
What was the venue?
The venue was the Hilton Hotel.
Right. Hilton
What kind of pie was it?
Well,
The
he made a selection. He didn't just make one pie. It was for his various pies. You don't just have one pie. It's
So
not like...
Was he various pie maker of the year?
No, he won the big prize at the end, the National Pie Maker of the Year.
So he won the overall award. Were there like
No,
separate...
he didn't have the best overall.
What were the separate awards? Were there like apple pie, steak and kidney pie, and then Drac won the big, you know, like best film, best pie?
You don't just have one pie, you have to have, I think, two or three pies.
I think we understand that you have to demonstrate the ability to reproduce the pie. Otherwise, it literally is just one pie. And as soon as the judges have tasted it, well, what does it matter? That was a pie, that pie's gone.
It was two or three pies he produced that year, but I
Two or three. I think he wants to up production, actually.
They've done the pie tasting and judging on another occasion.
Yeah, they'd voted on it. People had voted on it, and there was like a pop chart. It's a pie chart.
He brought...
It was... you like the pie chart, Gav, didn't you? I thought you'd like it.
Did you announce then the winner is Drac, or did you say his full name, which is...
I said the winner is Drac.
What about Brian and
Brian gaffer
Kevin?
taped to a lighting rig. For how long?
Over an hour.
Over an hour. Why, may I ask, were you gaffer taped to a lighting rig in the first place?
I was the youngest member of the band, and I was probably not behaving in a way deemed appropriate for a member of a band in the presence of road crew.
What were you doing?
I don't remember. I think I was just being a general, you know,
How did you get down?
pain. Well, they had to get me down because it's a lighting rig. It was like one of
Wait a minute. Drac, on his own, around you because you were doing something you shouldn't be doing, like maths homework. He carries you up a ladder to a lighting rig 20 metres above the stage, and then he gaffered you round.
He was the tour manager, actually. So he ordered the rest of the crew to put me on the ground, gaffer me up into a ball, put a harness on, and then attach me to lighting rig at the Hammersmith Odeon and left me there for over an hour.
Was that when you wrote Things Can Only Get Better?
And you can't remember what you did that had offended them?
No, I think it was just a build-up, I think, of absolute annoyance over many weeks.
I can believe it.
OK, so Kevin Bridges, it was something to do with the car.
Well, yes, he's a friend of your dad's and he took you on a driving lesson.
Yeah.
And you ended up reversing through a chip shop window.
Yeah. His name's Duncan.
Duncan.
It gets called Drac because it's like D-R-A-C, and he used to be known as Duncan from the RAC because he's a driving instructor, and then that got shortened to...
What were you trying to do, a three-point turn? What was...
No, it was the first lesson.
Right.
And we thought we'd do reversing, because that's Drac's attitude.
As soon as once you've learned going backwards, going forwards is a piece of cake.
It's the way he sees life and the way he sees driving tuition.
But...
You've got a chip shop by the side of a road, so the car is not facing... The front of the back of the car is normally not facing a chip shop, is it?
No, it was in the car park of the chip shop.
A chip shop with a car park?
Have you not been to Scotland before, David?
So this is like a kind of IKEA scale
It's a massive chip shop. I worked in this chip shop.
So you're in the car park by the chip shop window.
Yeah.
And you get in the car for the first driving lesson, and he says, first things first, reversing.
So why didn't he press the brake when he saw you hurtling backwards towards the chip shop?
He was busy trying to design his new pork pie.
So, Right, David's team, we need an answer. Is Drac Kevin's driving instructor, Brian's gaffer-taping roadie, or Lee's prize-winning pie maker? What are you going to say?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, Kevin's story sounds implausible, but we've been down this road before. Frankly, nothing would surprise me. If he said he'd unscrewed his leg and it had walked to China on its own, I'd believe him. Leading a corporate, isn't pies a bit... He's northern, he's doing a pie handing out prize, isn't it?
But then again, if you're doing the Pie Awards,
yeah,
that's... Who would you go to other than Lee?
Can you just say that to camera? I'll give them some available dates.